Hidden in the heart of Monaco, among the yachts, luxury casinos, and sea-facing mansions, there exists a name whispered with awe and curiosity: Zeus. He's not a king nor a celebrity in the usual sense, yet his presence commands attention across the globe. While other billionaires flaunt their wealth across social media, Zeus moves in silence. No flashy interviews, no press tours, just mystery and unimaginable wealth. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. But who exactly is this man? Zeus has become something of a living legend, known more for rumors than verified facts. Some say he's a financial genius. Others whisper about his secret investments and underground influence in global markets. The truth is, no one really knows. What we do know is that he lives a life most can only dream of, surrounded by hypercars, private jets, multi-million-dollar properties, and a network of the world's elite. In a city already overflowing with wealth, Zeus still stands out. Not because he tries to, but because he simply can't be ignored. He's the billionaire who doesn't need to prove anything, yet everyone wants to know everything about him. Who is Zeus, really? Stick around, because this is just the beginning. To understand Zeus, you have to follow the money, and that's no easy task. His fortune is one of the most elusive on the planet. While most billionaires have publicly traded companies or visible empires, Zeus operates in the shadows behind a web of offshore firms, private holdings, and discreet partnerships. Rumors suggest he is the mastermind behind a powerful multi-sector financial conglomerate, one that quietly influences markets across Europe. Though the company isn't listed on any stock exchange, its footprint is enormous, from high-stakes hedge funds to private equity deals that have shaken entire industries. Insiders say some of his trades have yielded billions overnight, and that's just the beginning. Real estate is another pillar of his wealth. Zeus reportedly owns ultra-luxury properties in Monaco, London, Dubai, and New York. One famous deal involved the purchase of a $120 million clifftop mansion in Monaco, later flipped for nearly double the price. He also holds stakes in exclusive resorts, luxury islands, and even private aviation hubs. Then comes tech. Zeus was an early investor in electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, and blockchain startups, including one EV company that skyrocketed to a $20 billion valuation. Add to that his rumored holdings in a rapidly growing fintech firm in Europe, and you begin to see the scale. And yet, despite all this, no one truly knows the full extent of Zeus's empire. That's what makes him different. He's not just wealthy, he's untraceable. With billions at his fingertips, Zeus doesn't just live. He curates an existence most people couldn't even imagine. His life isn't about luxury for show. It's about access, privacy, and power, all wrapped in elegance. Take his Monaco clifftop mansion, for example. Valued at over $150 million, the estate is perched above the Mediterranean with a panoramic view that stretches beyond the horizon. Inside, there's a private wine cellar stocked with rare vintages, a custom-built car gallery, and an infinity pool illuminated by programmable LED lighting. Beneath it all, a luxury bomb shelter furnished like a five-star hotel and equipped to sustain long-term living. But when he wants to leave the shore, Zeus doesn't just board a yacht, he commands a floating palace. His $500 million super yacht spans over 100 meters and features a helipad, a glass-bottom pool, a private theater, and even a mini-submarine for underwater exploration. Whispers in elite circles speak of secretive parties on board, exclusive invitation-only events attended by heads of state royalty and the ultra-wealthy. And let's not forget the skies. Zeus owns two private jets, a fully customized Gulfstream G700, and a Boeing business jet. Both are designed for maximum comfort and absolute discretion, equipped with bulletproof features and encrypted communication systems. Everywhere Zeus goes, opulence follows, but always on his terms. No headlines, no spotlight, just wealth, privacy, and an empire in motion. If there's one thing that reveals Zeus's obsession with engineering perfection, it's his garage, or more accurately, his underground automotive museum. Unlike other collectors who showcase their cars at public events, Zeus keeps most of his fleet hidden. The few glimpses the world has seen are enough to leave car enthusiasts speechless. At the heart of his collection is the legendary Bugatti La Voiture Noire, the world's most expensive new car valued at $19 million. Only one was ever made, and Zeus owns it. Nearby, you'll find the Pagani Huayra Codalunga, one of just 5 ever built. With a handcrafted V12 engine and a body designed for both speed and beauty, it's as rare as it is powerful. But Zeus doesn't stop there. He owns not one, but 2 Ferrari SP3 Daytonas, each customized to reflect his personal taste, a tribute to the golden era of Italian motorsport. Then there's the McLaren Sabre, a 15-unit hypercar engineered for extreme performance, and the Aston Martin Valkyrie AMR Pro, a Formula One monster reimagined for the street. And this is just the surface. Some insiders believe Zeus has a secret subterranean garage in Monaco housing dozens of unreleased concept cars and a Ferrari 250 GTO worth over $70 million, one of the rarest cars in existence. For Zeus, cars aren't transportation, they're art, they're power, they're legacy, and no one does it like him. Beyond the yachts, jets, and million-dollar cars lies the real reason Zeus is so feared and so fascinating. His investments aren't just lucrative, they're legendary. And often, they're cloaked in secrecy. Whispers in financial circles suggest Zeus was behind the shocking acquisition of a major Middle Eastern oil company. The deal, reportedly worth several $1 billion, was executed through a chain of offshore entities with no public trace linking back to him. But insiders say the timing was flawless right before a spike in global oil prices. Then there's the infamous tech play. According to multiple unverified sources, Zeus once invested $10 million into an unknown tech startup. Within just 2 years, that company's valuation exploded past $5 billion. Some call it luck. Others believe he had insider foresight that most investors could only dream of. And the rumors don't end there. Elite guests have spoken off the record about the exclusive parties Zeus hosts aboard his super yacht. Attendance requires strict non-disclosure agreements. Phones are banned, security is airtight. Guests, CEOs, politicians, movie stars, the kind of people who shape the world behind the curtain. Still, the biggest mystery remains: who is really backing Zeus? Some theorize he's merely the face of a larger, shadowy syndicate. Others insist he's operating entirely alone, a lone wolf billionaire who knows how to bend the global economy in his favor. One thing's for sure: when Zeus moves, the world watches, even if they don't realize it. While Zeus keeps a low public profile, those lucky enough to encounter him describe a man of exquisite taste and unwavering control. He's not loud, not flashy, but everything around him exudes power and precision. His fashion choices are nothing short of impeccable. Custom-tailored suits from Savile Row, limited edition watches worth millions, and bespoke Italian shoes, all selected with the eye of a curator, not a consumer. Unlike many billionaires who dress down to appear humble, Zeus embraces elegance but never in excess. Where does he dine? Think beyond reservations. Zeus is a regular at 3 Michelin-star restaurants like Le Louis XV in Monaco or Sublimotion in Ibiza, where a single dinner can cost over $2,000. But it's not about the price, it's about the privacy. He always books private rooms, often dining with business titans, royal heirs, or celebrities you'd only recognize from a Forbes list. In moments of retreat, he vanishes to his private Caribbean island, a secluded paradise complete with its own airstrip, white sand beaches, and a fortress-like mansion surrounded by nature. No press, no tourists, just silent sea breeze and total freedom. Zeus lives by his own rules. He doesn't chase attention, he controls it. Every appearance, every possession, every move calculated, refined, and deliberate. He is the embodiment of luxury without limits. And no detail is ever left to chance. From shadowy billion-dollar deals to secret parties aboard a $500 million yacht, from hypercars hidden underground to a private island, no map reveals Zeus isn't just a man. He's a myth living in real time. But what's next for him? Will he continue to reshape industries from behind the curtain? What new masterpiece will be added to his legendary car collection? And most of all, will the world ever uncover the full truth behind his wealth? If you've enjoyed this journey into the life of one of the world's most mysterious billionaires, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow dreamers, and smash that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. We're bringing you closer than ever to the untouchable world of the ultra-rich, and trust us, what's coming next is even more mind-blowing. Subscribe now to Inside the Billionaires, the only place where luxury, secrecy, and power collide in ways you've never seen before. Tap the bell icon so you're always first to know when a new mystery unfolds. And now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Zeus is a genius investor or the face of something even bigger? Which part of his lifestyle shocked you the most? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. Thank you for watching Inside the Billionaires. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and stay extraordinary. They say wealth changes everything, but for Monaco Zeus, it built an entirely different world. From a poor European village to the marble halls of a $240 million cliff-top palace, Zeus lives a life few can imagine, and even fewer will ever see. Private jets with gold-trimmed cabins, yachts larger than city blocks, fashion designed exclusively for him, and a garage filled with multi-million-dollar classics. This is not just wealth, this is a legacy carved in luxury. But beneath the glamour lies a story of bold risk, relentless ambition, and a quiet generosity that reshaped lives far beyond Monaco's golden shores. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. In this video, we take you deep inside the extraordinary world of Monaco Zeus, where success meets sophistication and every sunrise begins with champagne and the sound of ocean waves. Stay with us. What you're about to see may redefine everything you thought you knew about the billionaire elite. Before the gold, before the yachts, before the cameras, there was only hunger. Not for food, but for something greater. Monaco Zeus was born in a forgotten corner of Europe, where wealth was a distant dream and opportunity a rare visitor. He grew up surrounded by hard work, modest meals, and quiet sacrifice. But even as a boy, he had eyes that looked far beyond the fields and factory walls, eyes that saw markets, empires, and futures waiting to be claimed. While his peers chased stability, Zeus chased risk. At 20, with nothing more than intuition and borrowed courage, he invested in a rising tech startup at a time when few even knew what digital disruption meant. That one decision ignited a chain reaction of success, transforming a nameless dreamer into a rising force in Europe's financial scene. But this wasn't luck. It was foresight, discipline, and a refusal to live an ordinary life. Zeus didn't want comfort, he wanted control. And from the moment that investment paid off, he never looked back. What followed was a global ascent fueled by bold choices, sharp timing, and a vision only a few men in any century ever possess. After his first major successes, Monaco Zeus did what few dared even dream of. He built a sanctuary that would rival royalty. High above the glittering streets of Monte Carlo, perched on a private hillside, stands his masterpiece, a $240 million mansion carved into the cliffs of the Riviera. This is no ordinary residence. It's a modern-day palace, a seamless blend of old-world grandeur and contemporary perfection. From its towering marble columns to its gold-trimmed chandeliers, every inch of the estate speaks one language: quiet power. Inside custom-made furniture, imported from Milan, sits atop hand-woven Persian rugs. A grand staircase spirals beneath a ceiling painted in 24-karat detail. Floor-to-ceiling windows flood the home with sunlight framing the Mediterranean as if it were a moving painting. At the rooftop, a private pool glistens under the sky. It's where Zeus starts his mornings, not with meetings or emails, but with silent sun and the sea. For guests, every visit feels like stepping into a dream. But for Monaco Zeus, this estate isn't just a home, it's a statement that luxury, when done right, doesn't shout, it whispers. But for Monaco, Zeus' luxury isn't confined to land. When the Mediterranean sparkles under the afternoon sun, that's when his world truly comes alive. From the hills of his palatial estate, he often watches his personal fleet of super yachts glide into the bay, each one a floating kingdom crafted to his exact taste. These aren't ordinary vessels. Each yacht in his collection is a masterpiece of engineering and opulence, grander than most homes and far more exclusive. Think private cinemas with velvet seating marble dining salons overlooking the sea and rooftop pools where champagne flows as freely as the ocean breeze. Some of these yachts are so vast, guests have joked you could land a helicopter on the deck, and Zeus often does. No two are alike. One is designed like a five-star resort, another like an art gallery at sea. Here parties aren't just social events, they're legends. Under moonlight and soft music, billionaires, royals, and film stars toast to life at sea, drifting far from the world below. Because on the open water, Zeus isn't just wealthy, he's untouchable. For most, travel is a necessity. For Monaco, Zeus, it's an extension of his personal domain, seamless, silent, and stunning. When he leaves the sea behind, he doesn't return to airports. He ascends into the skies aboard his private fleet of jets and helicopters, each more refined than the last. His primary aircraft, a long-range jet outfitted to his exact specifications, is less of a plane and more of a flying estate. Polished walnut panels, soft leather recliners, and gold-accented fixtures welcome him aboard. There's a dining room that rivals five-star restaurants, a master suite with its own marble-lined bath, and a lounge where he hosts private meetings at 40,000 feet. Technology hums quietly in the background. Encrypted Wi-Fi, in-flight cinema, ambient lighting, synced to his circadian rhythm. Whether crossing continents or escaping for a quiet weekend in the Caribbean, Zeus flies not for convenience, but for control. For shorter trips, his helicopters provide elegant precision. From his mansion's private helipad, he can reach his yacht, an alpine retreat, or a private event in minutes, no traffic, no waiting, no interruptions. Because in Zeus's world, the sky isn't the limit. It's just another place he calls home. Style for Monaco. Zeus is not a matter of vanity, it's an expression of sovereignty. In a world where appearances speak volumes, his wardrobe doesn't whisper. It commands the room. While others browse boutiques, Zeus commissions. His clothing isn't selected, it's conceived. Crafted by the hands of Europe's most elite tailors, every garment is custom-made, measured precisely to his frame and lifestyle. From hand-stitched Italian suits to silk cashmere ensembles meant for leisurely yacht evenings, nothing he wears is off the rack. He moves effortlessly between classic formality and quiet luxury. A tuxedo from Tom Ford one night and a relaxed linen ensemble by Loro Piana the next. Accessories. Nothing short of investment-grade timepieces from Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet, each with a story. Leather goods stitched by Hermès artisans flown in for private consultations. Runway shows he doesn't attend them, they come to him. Top designers present their next collections aboard his yacht or inside his Monaco penthouse in exclusive previews tailored for an audience of one. For Zeus, fashion is not for attention. It's a standard, a signal, and above all, a reminder that true luxury isn't what you wear. It's how precisely it fits your life. While some collect for prestige, Monaco Zeus collects for permanence. His home is not just a residence, it is a curated museum, a living archive of beauty, history, and power. Art surrounds him not for show, but because it speaks to a deeper hunger for meaning, mastery, and immortality. In a private gallery beneath his estate, original works by Pablo Picasso line the walls, not prints, not reproductions, but brushstrokes born from the artist's own hand. His collection spans the Blue Period, the Cubist era, and rare pieces never seen by the public. Alongside them sit sculptures by Giacometti hand-fired ceramics from Kyoto and manuscripts written centuries ago by candlelight. But Zeus's eye for the extraordinary goes far beyond art. His garage holds automotive rarities that most collectors can only dream of: custom-built Ferraris, vintage Aston Martins, and a Rolls-Royce once owned by European royalty. His timepiece collection is equally legendary, featuring tourbillons and grand complications created in editions of one. Then there are the technological oddities, diamond-encrusted phones, first-generation gadgets plated in gold, and gaming consoles modified by luxury ateliers. To Zeus, each object tells a story not of wealth, but of what it took to deserve it. Because in his world, the rarest possessions are not acquired, they are earned. To outsiders, Monaco Zeus lives above the clouds, untouchable, unreachable. But within the circles that truly matter, he's not just known, he's remembered. His social calendar is stitched with exclusivity soirees aboard his yacht during the Monaco Grand Prix, masked galas in Venice, and midnight dinners on private islands where guest lists are more guarded than royal vaults. A single evening in Zeus's world might include world leaders, Oscar winners, and heirs to empires all sharing wine music and moments no camera will ever capture. But behind the velvet ropes and crystal glasses lies a deeper force purpose. Zeus is not merely a man of means, he's a man of legacy. Through private foundations and discreet donations, he funds pediatric hospitals, conservation programs, and scholarships for students whose brilliance outpaces their circumstance. He doesn't seek headlines. In fact, he avoids them. To him, giving is not a gesture, it's an obligation of those who've seen beyond survival and now have the power to shape futures. Because true greatness isn't just measured in what you possess, but in what you leave behind. It's easy to look at Monaco Zeus and see only the wealth, the yachts, the jets, the gold-threaded suits. But what's more valuable is the mindset that built it all. He didn't inherit a kingdom. He built one by seeing what others ignored by investing, when others hesitated by thinking not in years, but in decades. Zeus teaches us a quiet truth. Wealth isn't just about money, it's about decisions. In a world where most people play not to lose, he played to win with vision, with courage, and with patience. Whether you're managing a small retirement fund, launching a late-in-life business, or simply trying to leave something behind for your family, the lesson remains the same. Play long, think bold, move with purpose. And remember, true luxury isn't the jet. It's the freedom to choose when and why to take off. If this story inspired you, give this video a like and share it with someone who still believes it's too late to dream big. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a deeper look inside the world of extraordinary wealth and vision. And tell us in the comments, what would your version of freedom look like? Thank you for watching Inside the Billionaires. We'll see you in the next story. Have you ever imagined what it feels like to see a movie legend come to life right in front of your eyes? Well, it happened. Not in Hollywood, not on a film set, but in Monaco, the glamorous playground of the ultra-rich where Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and Bugattis roam the streets like taxis. But on this unforgettable day, everything came to a halt. The crowd, the cameras, the whispers, they all turned toward one single machine, the 1989 Batmobile. Yes! The iconic black beast from the Batman films made a thunderous entrance not on screen, but on the real-life boulevards of Monaco. Phones went up, jaws dropped, and the scene felt like a moment ripped straight from a Hollywood blockbuster. And just as the buzz reached its peak, a familiar figure stepped into view. Billionaire Zeus, a man as mysterious as he is wealthy, walked straight toward the car like he owned Gotham itself. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. Because today we're diving into a day that stopped Monaco in its tracks. A billionaire, a Batmobile, and a crowd left speechless. Was it a PR stunt? A personal fantasy come true? Or simply the power of wealth rewriting reality? Whatever it was, it left Monaco and the internet absolutely stunned. But who exactly is the man behind the wheel? Not an actor, not a stuntman, but Zeus, a name that echoes through the private halls of the world's elite. Billionaire, visionary, enigma. In Monaco, where even billionaires try to outshine each other, Zeus doesn't just blend in, he dominates. Known for his obsession with rare machines and cinematic icons, he doesn't collect supercars like others do. He curates legends. And the Batmobile. That's not just a toy, that's a symbol. A statement, a story only Zeus could tell. Wearing a custom-tailored jet black suit with sunglasses that probably cost more than a sports car, Zeus strolled up to the 1989 Batmobile like it had always been his. The crowd parted. People froze. Even the roar of a Ferrari V12 nearby suddenly felt silent. Cameras clicked. Phones trembled. It wasn't just about the car anymore, it was about the man who made it real. Zeus wasn't just driving a Batmobile, he was becoming the Batman of Monaco. A man with enough wealth to buy almost anything but taste, sharp enough to choose only the extraordinary. And in that moment, Zeus didn't just own the street, he owned the story. What kind of person brings a fictional legend into real life just for a spin? Only a billionaire like Zeus. The 1989 Batmobile isn't just a car, it's a myth resurrected on wheels. Born from the silver screen during the Tim Burton era of Batman, this machine was designed not by mere engineers, but by visionaries who understood something deeper. That power isn't just about speed, it's about symbolism. The moment you lay eyes on it, you realize this is no ordinary vehicle. Its silhouette is hauntingly beautiful. Long, sleek, predatory. The body stretches over 6.6 meters, making it longer than a Rolls-Royce Phantom, yet far more mysterious. Its Gothic Art Deco styling is a masterstroke classic curves fused with dark, futuristic aggression. Think Bugatti. Type 57, Atlantic meets stealth bomber. And the details, impeccable. Hidden headlights, a bullet-shaped nose, sculpted wheel arches, and no branding whatsoever. No badges, no emblems, just pure, unapologetic presence. It's not a product, it's a statement. Painted in a matte black finish that absorbs light like a black hole, the Batmobile doesn't reflect its surroundings, it consumes them. It doesn't drive past you, it emerges from the shadows like a creature of the night. In Monaco, a place overflowing with sculptural hypercars and futuristic prototypes, the Batmobile stood apart. Not newer, not faster, but far more powerful in the way that legends always are. And perhaps that's why Zeus chose it. Because only a man who's already conquered reality would dare to drive fiction. For everyone else, the Batmobile is a movie memory. For Zeus, it's just another day behind the wheel of living history. But don't let the cinematic beauty fool you, this beast is not just for show. The 1989 Batmobile was built like a rolling fortress, a war machine disguised as art. Under its smooth, shadow-like armor lies a supercharged V8 jet engine capable of launching this black ghost to an estimated 530 kilometers per hour or over 330 miles per hour. That's faster than most fighter jets on takeoff. And yes, it sounds just as ferocious. Its frame, constructed from a lightweight yet ultra-durable alloy, the kind you'd expect in aerospace, not automotive. The paint. A special matte black blend that not only enhances its stealth, but practically absorbs light, making the Batmobile nearly invisible in the dark. But what truly sets it apart is the tech inside. This isn't just a car, this is Batman's war gear on wheels. When Zeus activated Cocoon mode, a mechanical shield instantly enveloped the entire car, locking it in a protective shell that looked straight out of a sci-fi dream. With just one touch, the Batmobile transformed into an impenetrable bunker, mounted at the front dual machine guns ready to eliminate anything in their path. At the rear, a bat-turn grappling hook allowing the car to spin 180 degrees in the blink of an eye. No supercar in Monaco had ever dared attempt such a move. It's not just fast, it's not just armored. It's a weapon engineered for chaos and controlled by the calm, calculated hands of a billionaire named Zeus. The moment Zeus stepped into the cockpit, the world around him seemed to freeze. Not even Monaco's city of excess speed and spectacle was ready for this. Crowds surged toward the Batmobile like it was the second coming. Phone cameras lit up the scene like paparazzi flashes on a red carpet. Luxury car owners, men who casually drive million-dollar hypercars, stood slack-jawed, their Rolls-Royces and Lamborghinis suddenly reduced to background noise. Some gasped, others laughed in disbelief, and a few simply stood motionless, stunned by what they were witnessing. It wasn't just the Batmobile that caused the stir, it was the man behind the wheel. Zeus didn't wave, he didn't pose. He simply slid into the seat, closed the canopy with a hiss, and let the engine growl like a predator awakening. People screamed. A child dressed in a Batman t-shirt burst into tears from joy or awe no one could tell. Even seasoned supercar spotters, those who thought they had seen it all, admitted they'd never seen Monaco like this. This wasn't a car reveal. This was a moment in history, a living intersection between film fantasy and billionaire reality. And in that moment, all of Monaco belonged to the Batmobile and to Zeus. The bat signal wasn't shining in the sky, but down on the street, something even more powerful was happening. The legend had come alive. In Monaco, powerful machines are everywhere. Ferraris scream down the coastline. Lamborghinis roar through casino squares. Bugattis hum like spacecraft on slow cruise. But on this day, every engine fell silent. Because the 1989 Batmobile doesn't compete, it commands. Take the Ferrari SF90 Stradale 1000 horsepower, over $500, $1,000, and engineered to perfection. Yet when parked next to the Batmobile, it looked like a brilliant toy, not a legend. Then there's the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ aggressive lines. V12 growl a beast in every sense. But it lacks one thing: myth. The Batmobile isn't just fast or loud, it carries a story, a character, a legacy. No hypercar in the world comes with a cocoon armor system, twin front-mounted machine guns, or a grappling hook that enables instant 180-degree turns. And certainly none look like they were sculpted for a superhero. Even Monaco's finest Pagani Huayras McLaren's Koenigsegg's faded into the background. The Batmobile didn't just steal attention, it rewrote the rules. Because while speed can be measured in seconds, and torque aura cannot. This wasn't just horsepower versus horsepower, this was icon versus everything else. And on that street, under that golden sun, surrounded by millions of dollars in metal and muscle, only one car truly mattered. The Batmobile had arrived. And the world had changed its definition of supercar. The Batmobile didn't need to break speed records. It didn't need to roar louder than a V12. Its very existence was enough to stop Monaco in its tracks. Because on that day, something extraordinary happened. Cinema crossed into reality. Myth became metal. And a billionaire named Zeus proved that with enough vision and enough money, even the impossible can be parked on the streets of Monte Carlo. The 1989 Batmobile is more than just a car. It's a cultural artifact, a tribute to design power, and the timeless magic of imagination. In a city overflowing with wealth and status, it reminded everyone that true prestige isn't just about price, it's about presence. So we ask you this: if you had the keys to the Batmobile, where would you take it? Through the hills of Gotham or straight down the boulevards of Monaco? Drop your answer in the comments we're watching. And if stories like this fascinate you, the blurred line between billionaire fantasy and real-world legends, don't miss what's coming next. Smash that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss an episode from Inside the Billionaires. Because next time, we're going even deeper, beyond the cars, beyond the yachts, into the secret lives of the ultra-wealthy, where reality looks like fiction, and fiction dares to catch up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Imagine waking up in a $150 million mansion overlooking the Mediterranean, with gold-plated furniture, a rooftop pool, and a garage full of cars worth more than most small countries. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's the daily reality of Monaco Zeus, one of the world's most mysterious billionaires. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. From his palace-like mansion in Monaco, to his fleet of super yachts that host celebrities and royalty, to his private jets and fashion empire, every part of Zeus's life is designed to push the boundaries of wealth and influence. This isn't just luxury, it's a masterclass in how billionaires create their own worlds. Monaco Zeus's story begins far from the sparkling lights of Monaco. He was born in a small European town to a family that valued hard work but had little wealth. Unlike the privileged heirs of old dynasties, Zeus had to carve his own path. From a young age, he was fascinated by money, business, and the way fortunes were built. While his friends dreamed of ordinary careers, Zeus dreamed of building empires. At just 20 years old, he made a bold decision that would change his life forever, investing in a small tech company at the very start of the digital revolution. The timing couldn't have been better. That company exploded in value, giving him the seed capital to pursue bigger ambitions. Instead of stopping at one success, Zeus reinvested his earnings into real estate, luxury brands, and art. Each move seemed almost prophetic, as his ventures grew faster than anyone thought possible. By the time he reached his early 30s, Zeus had already crossed into billionaire status. But wealth was only part of the equation. What set him apart was his instinct for spotting opportunities before the world even noticed. In a place like Monaco, where billionaires define the landscape, Zeus rose to become a symbol of modern success and relentless ambition. When it comes to showcasing billionaire wealth, nothing speaks louder than real estate. And Monaco Zeus's $150 million mansion is the crown jewel of his empire. Perched high on a hill in Monaco, it offers sweeping views of the Mediterranean, where super yachts shimmer like floating palaces and the lights of Monte Carlo sparkle each night. From a distance, the mansion resembles a small village, complete with lush gardens, towering trees, and the kind of privacy only the richest can afford. Inside, every detail screams luxury. Gold-plated furniture, priceless chandeliers, and marble floors imported from Italy make the residence look more like a royal palace than a modern home. There's even a private cinema with plush seats, a full spa and wellness wing, and a rooftop swimming pool that serves as both a retreat and a stage for legendary parties. Guests often say that stepping inside Zeus's mansion feels like entering a fairy tale. Only this fairy tale is built on billionaires' fortunes. Of course, no mansion of this scale runs on its own. A team of butlers, chefs, and security professionals keep everything flawless. From gourmet meals prepared on demand to tight security around the clock, Zeus lives in effortless comfort, enjoying a home that is as much a statement of power as it is a place to rest. For billionaires, a single yacht is a symbol of status. But for Monaco Zeus, one is never enough. He owns an entire fleet of super yachts, each one designed as a masterpiece of engineering and luxury. Some are so vast they could rival a football field in size, fitted with infinity pools, private cinemas, and opulent dining halls. Step aboard, and it feels less like a boat and more like a five-star hotel drifting across the sea. These yachts are more than toys. They are stages where Zeus displays his billionaire lavish lifestyle. On board, he hosts dazzling parties under the stars, complete with world-class DJs, gourmet dining, and champagne flowing freely. The guest list is legendary. Hollywood actors, global athletes, supermodels, and even members of royal families. Every event is cloaked in secrecy, with NDAs ensuring that only whispers escape to the outside world. When not entertaining, Zeus uses his yachts as private sanctuaries. Cruising through the Caribbean's turquoise waters or along the French Riviera, he escapes into worlds where privacy reigns supreme. Each vessel is a floating palace, equipped with state-of-the-art security and bespoke interiors crafted by Europe's top designers. For Zeus, life at sea is not just about travel, it's about ruling the oceans with style and influence. While most billionaires are content with a single private jet, Monaco Zeus has elevated air travel into an art form. His collection of luxury jets is customized down to the smallest detail, with gold-plated fixtures, Italian leather seating, and panoramic windows that frame breathtaking views at 40,000 feet. Each aircraft functions as a flying palace, complete with private bedrooms, conference rooms, and even a dining area where his personal chefs prepare gourmet meals mid-air. Zeus values more than comfort, he values freedom. With his jets, he avoids the chaos of crowded airports and can fly anywhere in the world at a moment's notice. His crew, hand-picked from the best in the industry, remains on standby 24/7, ensuring that travel is always seamless and private. Business deals in New York, a quick escape to the Caribbean, or a fashion gala in Paris, Zeus arrives in style every time. For shorter trips, his fleet of sleek helicopters takes over. Outfitted with luxury interiors and advanced navigation systems, they allow him to bypass traffic and land directly at his mansion, yacht, or private resorts. Each flight is not just about convenience, it's a statement of absolute control. For Zeus, the skies are his personal highway, gilded in gold. If wealth is power, then style is how Monaco Zeus communicates it to the world. His wardrobe is a museum of fashion's finest, packed with names like Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and Armani. But unlike most billionaires who simply shop off the rack, Zeus goes a step further. His suits, shoes, and accessories are almost always custom-made by the world's most exclusive designers. Each piece is tailored to his exact specifications, ensuring that no one else can ever wear the same look. His love for fashion extends beyond clothing. It's a lifestyle. Zeus frequently hosts private runway shows at his mansion or aboard his yachts, where designers unveil their newest collections exclusively for him. These intimate showcases give him first choice on pieces before they ever reach the public eye. Guests at these events describe them as fashion galas, where billionaires, celebrities, and Monaco's elite sip champagne while watching haute couture flow under crystal chandeliers. Accessories complete the picture. Zeus owns a collection of rare, limited edition watches from Rolex, Audemars Piguet, and Patek Philippe, many designed just for him. Each timepiece tells a story of craftsmanship, legacy, and luxury. For Zeus, fashion is more than appearance, it's a declaration of status, a visual signature that says, "Here walks not just a man, but an empire." In Monaco, where billionaires gather and luxury is the norm, it takes something extraordinary to stand out. Monaco Zeus does this with his legendary parties, lavish events that have become the talk of the Riviera. Whether held in his $150 million mansion or aboard one of his floating palaces, each party is an experience designed to dazzle. Imagine masked balls where guests arrive in elaborate costumes, beach parties on yachts at sunset, or private galas featuring live performances by world-famous artists. For Zeus, no detail is too small, and no budget is too big. These parties draw an elite guest list: Hollywood stars, F1 drivers, supermodels, tech billionaires, and even members of royal families. Invitations are rare, often sealed under strict confidentiality agreements, which only adds to their mystique. Guests sip $500,000 bottles of champagne while networking, dancing, and celebrating under the stars. But Zeus's gatherings are not only about indulgence. He often uses them as platforms for philanthropy, hosting charity galas where millions are raised for causes ranging from children's education to environmental conservation. In doing so, he balances opulence with influence, blending Monaco's glamorous lifestyle with a sense of purpose. His parties are more than social events. They are cultural milestones that define what it means to live as a true billionaire. Behind the glitter of parties and yachts lies another side of Monaco Zeus, his obsession with collecting the rarest treasures on Earth. Step inside his mansion and you'll find a private gallery worthy of the world's greatest museums. On its walls hang masterpieces by Pablo Picasso, including works from the Blue and Cubist periods. Sculptures, ceramics, and one-of-a-kind artifacts fill the halls, each piece carrying history, legacy, and staggering value. For Zeus, art is not just decoration, it's an investment that cements his name alongside the world's greatest collectors. His passion extends to automobiles. Beyond the Lamborghinis and Ferraris in his everyday fleet, Zeus owns vintage classics and limited edition hypercars that even seasoned billionaires covet. Each car is meticulously maintained, some valued in the tens of millions, and they're not just showpieces. Zeus is often seen driving them through Monaco's winding streets, turning heads wherever he goes. Watches and technology round out his collection. From rare Patek Philippe timepieces crafted just for him, to gold-plated smartphones and ultra-exclusive gadgets, every item reflects a fusion of art, innovation, and exclusivity. This vault of treasures is not about flaunting wealth, it's a personal museum of passion, proof that for Zeus, living as a billionaire means surrounding himself with the extraordinary. From a small-town dreamer to the ruler of Monaco's high society, Zeus has crafted a life that only the richest billionaires could imagine. His $150 million mansion, fleet of super yachts, and vault of priceless treasures show us that wealth, when taken to the extreme, becomes its own form of power. But remember, this is just the beginning. Zeus's story is far from over, and the next chapter of his billionaire lavish lifestyle may be even more extraordinary. If you enjoyed this glimpse inside the Billionaires of Monaco, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Inside the Billionaires. Comment below and tell us, which part of Zeus's life stunned you the most? Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Always watch your video.
What if I told you there's a billionaire in Monaco whose life makes even royal families look ordinary? This is the untold story of Zeus, the mysterious billionaire whose fortune is measured not only in palaces, yachts, and supercars, but also in a romance that captivates the world. From secret collections of rare art to a Batmobile proposal that stunned Monaco's elite, Zeus and his wife have redefined what it means to live in the lap of luxury. Their story is not just about money, it's about love wrapped in diamonds, power expressed through private jets, and influence that stretches far beyond the Mediterranean coast. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. Can you imagine a boy from an ordinary family rising to command palaces, super yachts, and the love of a woman who would one day be called the Queen of Monaco's billionaires? Zeus was not born into wealth. His childhood was marked by simple living, but even then he carried a fascination for money, business, and the mysterious world of finance. While others dreamed of ordinary success, Zeus dreamed of empires. At the young age of 20, he risked everything, pouring his modest savings into a small tech company just as the digital revolution was dawning. Most thought it was reckless. For Zeus, it was destiny. That single gamble multiplied his fortune many times over and gave him the seed capital to build an empire. But Zeus did not walk this path alone. His wife, elegant and unwavering, stood by his side from the beginning, offering not just affection, but strength, loyalty, and vision. Together, they became more than just a couple. They became a partnership that would one day tower over Monaco itself. And if you think his beginnings are impressive, wait until you see the palace he calls home. A mansion so extraordinary, it makes five-star hotels look humble. What does a home look like when money is no longer a limit, but merely a canvas? Perched high on the cliffs of Monaco, Zeus's villa is less a residence and more a royal palace. From the outside, it appears like a luxury hotel carved into the hills with panoramic views of the glittering Mediterranean Sea. Inside, every corner whispers opulence, ceilings draped in gold ornaments, marble floors that reflect soft candlelight, and chandeliers so massive they could outshine a ballroom. A private rooftop pool glimmers under the Riviera sun, complete with a bar and lounge area designed for the world's elite. But the villa is not just about architecture, it is about presence. Zeus's wife rules these halls like a queen, hosting receptions for celebrities, politicians, and hidden billionaires. Guests leave stunned, not only by the scale of luxury, but by the aura of power radiating from the couple. Even the gardens, filled with exotic flowers blooming year-round, were designed to impress guests at first sight. For most, this would be the pinnacle of achievement. For Zeus, it is only the beginning. Because when he steps off the marble staircases of his villa, another world of extravagance awaits, a fleet of super yachts that redefine what luxury at sea truly means. What happens when the sea itself becomes your private playground? For Zeus, owning one yacht was never enough. His fleet includes vessels so vast they rival the length of football fields, each crafted as a floating palace. Step inside and you'll find private cinemas, Michelin-starred dining rooms, underwater suites with panoramic windows, and even a helipad to bring guests straight from the skies. Every detail screams billionaire lifestyle, from teakwood decks polished to perfection to marble-lined spas where the waves provide the soundtrack. But the true magic happens when night falls. That's when Zeus and his wife host legendary parties aboard these floating kingdoms. Hollywood stars, top athletes, and even royal family members gather under the stars as champagne flows like rivers, and world-class DJs turn the decks into Monaco's most exclusive nightclub. His wife, dazzling in couture gowns, is always at the center, embodying elegance and power in equal measure. Guests whisper that these nights are where deals worth billions are made, disguised behind music, laughter, and luxury. For the elite, being invited is a badge of honor. For Zeus and his wife, it's simply another evening at sea. And yet, their most unforgettable moment didn't happen on the water. It took place beside a supercar so rare it could only belong to Zeus. What's more powerful than a fleet of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Rolls-Royces? A proposal that turned Monaco's streets into a fairy tale. Zeus's garage is a museum of speed and style. From a Ferrari classic painted in deep crimson to a black Lamborghini Aventador roaring like a wild beast, every car is chosen as much for its rarity as for its power. Rolls-Royce convertibles sit polished beside Bugattis, each a symbol of status and precision. But one vehicle outshines them all, the legendary Batmobile, a piece of cinematic history brought to life in Monaco. It was beside this icon of strength and mystery that Zeus staged one of the most unforgettable moments of his life. As the Batmobile's gleaming body reflected the golden lights of Monte Carlo, he knelt and presented his wife with a diamond ring that sparkled like the Riviera night. It wasn't just wealth on display, it was devotion, sealed with a symbol that only a billionaire of his stature could orchestrate. Guests and bystanders alike knew they were witnessing more than a proposal. They were seeing history. And yet, for Zeus, romance is only part of his legend. Because when the road ends, the skies open, and his private jets reveal a new level of untouchable freedom. Why wait in line at airports when the sky itself belongs to you? For Zeus, air travel is not an inconvenience. It's an extension of his empire. His fleet of private jets rivals the cost of Europe's grandest villas. Step on board and you're greeted with leather seats stitched with gold thread, conference rooms designed for billion-dollar deals, and bedrooms in the clouds where he and his wife can retreat in total privacy. Some jets even feature marble bathrooms and cinema-quality screens, turning every flight into a journey of elegance. For shorter escapes, Zeus relies on helicopters, each customized to match his signature style. Painted in deep black with platinum accents, these machines whisk him and his wife from the Monaco coast to hidden Mediterranean islands in minutes. To them, the world feels borderless, a playground that bends to their schedule, not the other way around. Witnesses say Zeus has signed multi-million-dollar contracts mid-flight, while his wife, ever poised, ensures the atmosphere blends business with romance. In their world, even the skies are private, and time itself bends to their command. But as dazzling as his jets may be, Zeus and his wife turn even more heads when they step onto the runway of fashion, where their influence shapes trends before the world ever sees them. Who sets the fashion rules when even luxury brands wait for your approval? For Zeus and his wife, clothing is more than fabric. It is power stitched into every seam. His wardrobe ranges from bespoke Italian suits embroidered with gold and platinum threads to casual denim tailored exclusively for him by world-renowned designers. Meanwhile, his wife is the living embodiment of grace, gracing red carpets and private soirees in gowns created long before they ever reach public runways. Many say she doesn't follow trends, she defines them. Their villa often transforms into a private fashion stage. Elite designers from Paris and Milan present their collections exclusively to Zeus and his wife, seeking not only their patronage but also their influence. Photographers whisper that her jewelry, diamonds, emeralds, and rare timepieces are treasures so unique they belong in museums, yet she wears them effortlessly as symbols of elegance. Together, the couple has become a visual statement. Zeus, the mysterious billionaire with timeless style, and his wife, the queen of refinement. Their images dominate glossy magazines, their looks copied by elites trying to capture even a fraction of their aura. But beyond the glamour, they carry a quieter mission, proving that true power lies not only in wealth, but in the ability to give back. What makes a billionaire truly unforgettable? The fortune they keep, or the lives they change? Despite the grandeur of palaces, super yachts and jets, Zeus and his wife are admired for something far deeper: their generosity. Behind closed doors, the couple often donates anonymously to causes that protect marine life, restore historic landmarks, and fund education for underprivileged children. Insiders whisper that many of Monaco's most successful charity galas simply wouldn't exist without Zeus's quiet yet monumental support. His wife, known for her elegance, also shines as the heart of their philanthropy. At international auctions and galas, she commands attention not just for her beauty, but for her ability to inspire the wealthy to open their hearts and wallets for causes that matter. Together, they've proven that luxury and responsibility can coexist, and that influence can reshape not only fashion and finance, but the future itself. For those who see only the diamonds and supercars, Zeus is a symbol of indulgence. But for those who look closer, he and his wife embody a rare balance: billionaires who live lavishly while leaving behind a legacy of compassion and impact. And this is only the beginning, because the world of hidden billionaires always holds another secret waiting to be revealed. Zeus and his wife are more than just symbols of wealth. They are a living testament to how billionaires can blend love, luxury, and legacy into one unforgettable story. From secret Batmobile proposals to private jets above the clouds, from breathtaking villas in Monaco to nights of generosity that change lives, their world is proof that power is not only measured in money, but in influence and inspiration. And remember, what you've seen today is only a glimpse. The world of hidden billionaires holds countless more secrets waiting to be uncovered. If you enjoyed this journey inside the lives of Zeus and his queen, don't forget to like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel Inside the Billionaires so you never miss the next revelation. Leave us a comment below. What part of Zeus's life impressed you the most? We're reading every one of them. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to control the road, the sky, and even the seas, not with one machine but with an entire empire of billion-dollar toys? For most billionaires, owning a private jet or a Lamborghini is the ultimate dream. But for Monaco Zeus, that's just the beginning. His garage is a living museum of the rarest hypercars on Earth, and his flagship jet, Zeus 1, is nothing less than a flying 7-star palace. Welcome back to Inside the Billionaires, where we explore the private lives and fortunes of the world's richest. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss what comes next. Today, we're stepping into the secret world of Monaco Zeus, the mysterious billionaire whose lifestyle rewrites the very definition of luxury. From the roar of his vintage Ferrari 250 GTO to the silence of his quantum-encrypted jet soaring above the Mediterranean, every move he makes is a statement of power, freedom, and absolute exclusivity. What if I told you there's a man whose garage alone could rival the Smithsonian and whose private jet makes Air Force One look ordinary? That man is Monaco Zeus, and his obsession with movement, whether on wheels or wings, is unlike anything the world has ever seen. Step inside his garage and you won't find cars, you'll find legends. A Ferrari 250 GTO worth over $65 million, a Rolls-Royce boat tail valued at $26 million, and the ultra-rare Delage D12 hypercar, a machine so futuristic it looks like it belongs in science fiction. While most billionaires lock their toys away, Zeus takes his out on the coastal roads of Monaco, engines roaring, cameras flashing, every drive becoming a moving spectacle. But Zeus doesn't stop on the ground. His flagship jet, Zeus 1, is a flying 7-star palace. Hermes silk on the walls, gold-plated dining tables, and a private sky lounge that floats above the clouds. Deals worth billions are sealed mid-flight, while his personal helicopters shuttle him seamlessly from villa to yacht without ever touching traffic. For Monaco Zeus, cars and jets are not just transportation, they're statements, roaring proof that freedom, speed, and power are the ultimate luxuries. Imagine a home so extraordinary that it looks less like a residence and more like a riddle carved into the cliffs of the Mediterranean. That's exactly what Monaco Zeus calls home. a villa worth hundreds of millions, hidden in plain sight yet impossible to ignore once you know it exists. Perched high above the sea, this 30,000 square foot fortress isn't about ostentation, it's about control. Walls lined with rare Italian marble, ceilings adorned with 24-karat gold leaf, and baccarat chandeliers that would humble Versailles, every inch screams exclusivity. But the true genius lies beneath the surface. Biometric locks, rotating hallways, and secret chambers create a labyrinth where privacy isn't just a luxury, it's law. Step onto the rooftop and you'll find an infinity pool that blends seamlessly with the horizon. From here, Zeus hosts legendary gatherings where fireworks light up the Riviera and billion-dollar deals are sealed over vintage champagne. Guests, from royals to tech moguls, leave not just impressed, but marked by an experience money alone can't buy. This mansion isn't just where Monaco Zeus lives. It's his stage, his fortress, and his ultimate reminder to the world. True power isn't in being seen, it's in deciding who gets to see you. What if your weekend getaway didn't involve a hotel or a resort, but an entire floating kingdom worth more than $1 billion? That's the standard for Monaco Zeus, a man whose yachts are less about leisure and more about rewriting the very meaning of power at sea. His crown jewel, the Elysium, stretches nearly 600 feet, longer than some cruise ships, and carries a price tag of $2 billion. Step aboard, and you enter a world where infinity pools transform into dance floors, baccarat crystal dining halls host secret summits, and an onboard IMAX theater rivals Hollywood studios. Every feature is engineered not just for comfort, but for influence. Deals that reshape industries have been sealed under its chandeliers. But Zeus doesn't stop at one. His fleet includes the Aurora Sky, lined with crocodile leather interiors, and the Ocean Phantom, nicknamed the Mobile Fortress, complete with military-grade defenses and a glass-walled underwater lounge. Wherever these vessels appear, from St. Tropez to the Caribbean, they instantly become the social epicenter of the world's elite. For Zeus, yachts aren't toys. They are mobile empires, floating stages where royalty, billionaires, and world leaders converge under the Mediterranean stars. What if I told you the most powerful empire in Monaco doesn't have borders, armies, or even a flag, but a billionaire's private network built on secrecy and technology? That's the hidden world of Monaco Zeus, where influence travels faster than light, and privacy is guarded like a crown jewel. Inside his cliffside villa and aboard the $2 billion Elysium yacht, Zeus runs what insiders call a private intelligence agency. His systems don't rely on Wall Street analysts or government briefings. Instead, they're powered by custom artificial intelligence that scans satellite imagery, market indicators, and even global sentiment in real time, predicting shifts weeks before they reach the news. Every conversation is encrypted through quantum security, every transaction hidden on blockchain systems invisible to regulators. For rivals, he's a ghost. For allies, he's the man with tomorrow's answers today. This invisible empire has allowed Zeus to dominate emerging industries, from renewable energy to space exploration, while others are still debating quarterly results. And unlike most billionaires who chase headlines, Zeus prefers the shadows, proving that in the 21st century, the sharpest weapon isn't wealth on display, but knowledge kept out of sight. What if every suit you wore wasn't just clothing, but a silent declaration of power? For Monaco Zeus, fashion isn't vanity, it's strategy. Every thread, every gemstone, every watch on his wrist is chosen not to impress, but to dominate. His wardrobe reads like a catalog of the world's greatest designers. Armani, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, yet none of his outfits can be found in stores. Each piece is custom-made, often designed exclusively for him. At Paris Fashion Week, he's seen in a tuxedo encrusted with black diamonds. At a global summit in Geneva, he disarms world leaders with the simplicity of a linen suit. The message is clear: Zeus controls the narrative wherever he goes. But Zeus didn't stop at wearing luxury. He turned himself into a brand. Through collaborations with top fashion houses, signature perfumes, and even entire lifestyle lines, the Zeus label now carries as much weight as the products he buys. Unlike cars or jets that depreciate, A brand grows stronger with every appearance, every viral image, every whispered conversation. For Monaco Zeus, fashion isn't about following trends. It's about setting the tone of power, reminding the world that wealth can be worn like armor, and influence can be stitched into silk. What if the world's most priceless masterpieces weren't hanging in the Louvre or the Met, but hidden inside one man's private gallery? That man is Monaco Zeus, and his collection is so rare, so exclusive, that only a handful of guests have ever seen it. Behind the walls of his cliffside villa lies a vault filled with treasures, original Picassos, Monet landscapes, Ming Dynasty porcelain, and sculptures that once defined entire eras of European art. Each piece was handpicked not just as decoration, but as an investment in legacy. Some works are so rare they vanish from public record, surfacing only inside Zeus's private salons, where billionaires and royals quietly marvel at their beauty. But art is only part of his hidden empire. His garage doubles as a museum of automotive history, housing vintage Bugattis, Ferraris, and custom-built Lamborghinis designed solely for him. These cars aren't locked away. Zeus drives them along the winding Riviera roads, reminding the world that engineering brilliance deserves to be experienced, not shelved. For Zeus, treasures aren't about ownership, they're about exclusivity, granting him access to a realm where beauty, history, and innovation converge. In his world, the rarest currency isn't gold or diamonds. It's the privilege of being invited to witness what no museum can offer. What if the greatest sign of wealth wasn't what you kept, but what you quietly gave away? For Monaco Zeus, charity isn't about headlines or applause, it's about results, and it's the final piece of what makes him unlike any other billionaire alive. While his yachts, jets, and treasures capture the world's imagination, behind closed doors, Zeus funds scholarships for underprivileged students, builds schools across Africa, and deploys mobile clinics to remote villages. During the global pandemic, he poured millions into vaccine research and life-saving equipment, yet refused to attach his name to the press releases. To him, generosity without humility is nothing more than theater. His philosophy is simple but profound. True luxury is freedom, and true freedom comes with responsibility. By operating in the shadows, Zeus ensures his giving cannot be mistaken for vanity. Instead, it reflects a vision of wealth that goes beyond possessions, toward legacy. In a world obsessed with visibility, Zeus proves that the most powerful statement